Thanks for listening to the NVTV Podcast, produced by Neuqua Media.
Welcome to this episode of the NTV Podcast. I'm your host, Freddie, and on today's show, we'll be talking to the top 3 varsity basketball players here in Neuqua Valley. Joining me today is Cole Kelly, Mason Martin, and Carter Coviello. All right, first thing I want you guys to do, we'll start with Mason. I want you to go and introduce yourself with your position, your height, and then your favorite basketball memory.
I'm Mason Martin. I'm a shooting guard. I'm 6'5", and my favorite basketball memory was probably just all of last season, just with all the seniors there. Just that season was super fun, just with all the memories and stuff, like going out to eat after games.
Yeah.
Okay,
My name's Cole Kelly. I'm 6'7", small forward, power forward. I think my favorite memory was actually, I think going to Sterling. Jimmy John's with the boys. That was a fun day.
So both of you guys are last year. That was your best memory.
Yeah, last year with
definitely.
the Tola and Whitman, and nothing will be as special as my freshman year.
Not to be a copycat, but I'm Carter. I'm a point guard, and I would say last year is
How tall are you, Carter?
I'm roughly 6 foot. But I would say last year my favorite memory is probably going out to eat. We would just plan and we would just go, and it would be fun. It wouldn't even have the whole team there, but it was fun while it lasted.
Okay. All right, first real basketball question we got. You got to be ready for this one. What is unique about the way you play the game of basketball?
Wow.
Ooh.
Great question, Freddie.
Great question, Freddie.
I would say definitely just my shooting ability and just the overall offensive part of the game, just being able to get my shot off just at any time, and kind of just creating shots for myself and others too.
Okay.
I think it was unique for me, especially in high school. I can play 1 through 5 and guard 1 through 5, so I'm really just versatile and can do it. No, 1 through 5 at high school, 1 through 4 with breakaway. But yeah.
I think what's very unique about my game is I think I see the game very well, and I feel like I have a very high IQ of the game, and I play for myself when I need to, but most of the time I'm pass first, and I try to get my teammates open, help us win the game.
Mm-hmm. All right, similar question. What is something that you wish more people notice when you play the game? What you wish you got more compliments on this about your game?
I would definitely say my defensive ability, just because that kind of just goes overlooked. Most people just see me as a shooter, a scorer, but I can also play defense too, and that kind of just goes overlooked for me as a player, when people are watching me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good answer. Good answer. I agree with that. For me, oh gosh, I think people don't see me as very athletic. I think that gets undersought, but I really get up there. So watch out, Carter.
For me, I think with Mason and Cole being on our team, they're viewed as the top leaders, but I feel like what goes overlooked for me is I feel like I'm a great leader. I feel like I get our team in check when we need to. When Cole and Mason are having the best game, I'm there to pick them up. So I feel like I do a good job of that.
That was kind of my next question. So obviously you guys are all you guys aren't seniors yet. So how is it in the locker room? Obviously, you guys are the best 3 players on the team. But are you guys able to, be vocal in the locker room and have guys still respect you?
I mean, yeah, we started that last year too, just because we kind of knew what the story was going to be last year on how they were going to be underclassmen kind of leading the team. So we had a lot of experience doing that last year, but we're still working on it, just being vocal and just because people, I mean, some people aren't going to want to listen because we're younger or whatever. Right. But I feel just saying things the right way and kind of just leading them will help a lot. And yeah, we've become a lot more vocal too, just helping everyone else get better and wanting to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
Nice.
I think just to go with what Mason said, I think from last year to this year, I think we've proved from last year just that we've earned the respect a little bit. I think a lot of our seniors this year know their role, respect their role, and they respect what we do and what we have to offer. So everyone just is kind of just set with what they got, and I think we're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, basically what Cole said, I think everyone knows like what they're supposed to do, and we've earned that respect to, be listened to and respected. So I think we do a good job of that.
Mm-hmm. All right, next question is, obviously when you're playing, there's a lot to think about with plays, obviously the fans, how high school basketball, it gets pretty rowdy in there. So what do you kind of think about to stay set and stay, like, obviously your emotions can't get too high, so how do you steady your emotions and kind of play the game the right way?
Hey, hold on, quick intermission. These questions, way better than last
Great
year.
question.
Great questions.
Thank you.
All right, Mason.
I would just say mostly just like trying to stay calm like at all times and kind of just like trying to block that stuff out, like the crowd and just like the pressure and all that, just like playing in front of a bunch of people. And I kind of just focus on like what our goal is and like what our coach tells us to do and like what we need to focus on. That kind of just like stays in my mind just like the whole time, just wanting to win, just blocking out all that other good stuff.
Yeah, I think for me, look to my left, look to my right. If I see my boys are good, then I'm good. So like if they got my back, I got their back. So I think just trusting, especially during the season, what we've done in practice and stuff, just staying locked in.
Yeah, basically what Mason said, we have a game plan, and we try not to, like, we know, like, how to win games, and coach usually draws up a good game plan, so I feel like we don't really need to let the crowd influence us too much, so we know how to win, and we just get it done.
All right. I think you guys are going to like this question even more. So when was the time where you failed, but it taught you something, and you learned from it, and you're able to come back from it?
I got
I would definitely say just like the overall first half of my season last year, it was really underwhelming and I like wasn't performing that well. And I kind of was just like letting all the emotions just like get to me and just like not trusting myself like as a player. And then kind of as we moved on towards the second half season, I got more opportunities and I like took advantage of them and kind of just like realized that like I have to keep my emotions in check and kind of just like playing just like freely and just like whatever.
Yeah. When's your dad's birthday, Mason?
February 7th.
Yeah. So February 7th, we play Waubonsie at Waubonsie. I scored 1 point, if we remember that.
I remember.
Yep.
Yeah. Wasn't the greatest game for me. I mean, I think that just teaches you something though, because I'm not gonna score 30 every single game. Obviously, I don't want to score 1 point every game, but I mean, you can still impact the game in other ways and continue to try and help your team win.
For me, it was my second half of the season. I ended up actually getting the starting job, but ended up losing it towards the end, and it just showed me like what it takes to actually not only get the job but also keep it. So I think my goal this year is just to actually keep it. Don't let no one else get it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep me a starter.
For sure.
All right, similar question. So if you're having an awful game, like you can't really get anything going, how can you still be positive for the team and still be someone that the coach wants to keep on the court?
Yeah, I've been working on that a lot, actually. Just like if the shots aren't falling, just like having other positive ways to impact the game, like making plays for others, like getting assists, rebounds, and just playing defense. Just like because if they're not going to go in, there's going to be games where the shots just aren't falling, and you still want to be on the court, obviously. So there's other ways to impact the game, like rebounding, getting assists, and just playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think for me, biggest thing when shots aren't falling, I think I just try to get to rim more, obviously, but I think the biggest thing is just continuing to look for kicks, Mason, Carter, whoever it is, and continue to get, like, I try to get every single rebound when I don't score just because it just builds a little bit of confidence during the game.
Yeah, basically what Mace said, defense is probably the biggest thing for me if shots aren't falling. If I can't help on the offensive end, then I'm going to try and help on the defensive end, help us get stops and win the game.
Okay. So next question, more of a fun question here. Like, what do you guys love about basketball? Because obviously, to play varsity, we have two guys with D1 offers in here, and I'm sure they're coming, Carter. So how do you guys kind of like, love the game so much and want to continue to play it?
I mean, kind of just like my passion for it and just like wanting to like play at the next level, at the college level, and just like being with all my teammates and like all my boys, like outside of the court, like they're all my like really good friends, and kind of just like playing with them, and like chasing my dreams just as well. Just like all of that combined, just like makes it super fun for me to play basketball, and like I just never want to stop playing it.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's just for me what I want with basketball and what can be brought to me with basketball. I think there's a lot of things involved that I want to play professional basketball. I don't want to really work in a sense because for me basketball isn't work. Basketball is fun.
Yeah.
So for all my teammates and stuff, they obviously help with that. But yeah.
I think for me, it's like what Mason kind of said. Like outside of the court, there's a lot of like different factors going on in your life, and when you step on the court, it's like all that stuff goes away. If you really have a passion for it, it all goes away, and it's almost just like you're not really thinking about anything, and you're just playing the sport you love.
All right. Another more of a fun question here. Obviously, I did play 8th grade basketball at Double A.
Wow.
Doing this again.
I did drop 19
back.
points against Lincoln.
Against Lincoln, at Lincoln.
If anyone remembers.
You know that story.
What?
But going off that, obviously, you know, that was a big game for me.
Yep.
But big game for you guys. Like, how do you feel when you hit a big shot? Like, you got to feel something. So how do you feel when you hit a big three or, you know, Cole get a big dunk, something like that?
I mean, it's obviously a lot of emotions, but just like trying to like keep it like somewhat like calm.
No.
But like to a point, you obviously have to get super excited, whether it's like like a game winner or like whatever, like a big three to like kind of like seal the game. It's obviously super fun, and like you kind of like play like 4 moments like that. So just being able to celebrate with like all your guys right there, it's really fun.
Yeah, I think for me, after a big dunk or something, I think the biggest thing that gets me hyped up is seeing like the guys I play with get hyped up. I think it just like drives. It puts something in me when they get hyped up. I get even more hyped up. So whatever. I mean, obviously, I get hyped up, especially if there's students there. There's more hype for sure.
Sophomore year, Mattia Valley, my first varsity bucket,
Oh.
transition
Here we go.
3,
Yes, sir.
and I couldn't tell you how hype I was after that bucket.
And then you got
but
an and one
Then I got an and one right after that. So I mean, like moments like that is just like that's right. That's why you play. Like this is the reason why you put in the work, and it just feels great.
All right, last couple of questions here. What should people know about this year's Neuqua basketball team that's different from last year's team?
Ooh, that's a
Mason,
great
Mason
question.
has to go first all the time.
I would probably just say like last year we were super inexperienced. We didn't have like a lot of like experienced guys that would play last year. So I'd say this year, like we're a lot like obviously more experienced and just like a better just like team overall. Like we're gonna play a lot more together, and kind of just like the team chemistry is gonna be really good too. So I'd say just like being more together as a team, just like in general.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a new team, but it's the same team really. I think a lot of guys we got coming back. So I think that's just another year. Last year was just like our year to like almost get settled in a sense, almost prepare for this year and the next year when these guys are seniors. But yeah, we're gonna be solid. Come out and watch us play, boys.
I kind of want people to know that there's me, Mason Cole, but we also have other players that bring key things to our team that we need, like Lucas Balgrove, Dana Makuta. We need those guys. We need those
Andrew
guys.
Hoffman?
Andrew Hoffman.
Darlin.
Like we have other guys that last year, maybe they didn't have enough experience, but I just want this year like people to know like we're not an easy game like last year.
Well,
Okay.
We won an easy game last year.
And
but
to add on to that too, like last year, like we didn't really have like any like leaders that kind of like helped us, like we're holding our hand along the way, just like playing at the varsity level. And like this year, like those guys that Carter was talking about, we're gonna be able to like help them and just like make them like less nervous and kind of just like bring them in better like than last year when we kind of just went in there just like.
Yes, sir.
All right. Last
You're in
question.
inputs.
You know I got to ask.
Okay.
You can just say the score. You don't even need to give a reason.
I knew this was coming.
1v1, first to 7. Everything's 1 point. What's the score?
First
Me
to
versus you.
7?
Yeah, everything's 1 point.
Is it make it take it or no?
Sure.
Doesn't matter if I get ball 7-0.
7-0.
Mason Martin said that, by the way.
Yeah, you're not scoring. It's 7-0.
Freddie, we saw in gym class.
Yeah.
You are.
We actually 1v1'd
And I
off,
beat you.
off school, and it was 3-1.
7-0.
You won?
We played-
7-0. No, I won.
He won.
7-0.
Okay, but he scored though.
So that means he's getting a bucket then.
Right. He's
7-0,
gonna.
bro.
It's 7-1.
7-0.
It's 7-1 against Carter.
7-0, man.
All right. Before we wrap up, I just want to thank Miss Trout again and just the whole media department. You know, this is a great time doing this. I'm sure we'll be here next year.
Yes, sir.
We were here last year, so I really appreciate the opportunity from Miss Trout. So thank you to Cole, Mason, and Carter for joining us today on the NTV podcast. I'd also like to thank no one, just us. We did this, and the NTV podcast is produced by media students here in Neuqua Valley. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.
Thank you, Freddie.